Tonight on News 5 Live, case dismissed. The Chief Magistrate rejects a claim brought against the PUP regarding the address of the Leader of the Opposition. A youth rally led by the People's Constitution Commission brings high school students into discussion. And BTL holds its 17th annual general meeting and addresses the departure of 2 directors. These stories and more coming up on News 5 Live.
Man, ever since everybody here, the next big thing there, the excitement can't done. Everyone wants to know more.
More?
Yes, please. I tell them, say hello to unlimited data, only with Digi. You can now enjoy unlimited data with Digi's postpaid plans, like the Plus plan, which just got cheaper, I might add. The Elite and Max plans also have unlimited data. You can have from 5 to 7 people on your shared plan, with all having unlimited data 24/7. I tell you, big things. If you're not signed up already, I suggest you sign up now. Make the switch to Digi. The next big thing there, go sign up for your unlimited data. Unlimited is unlimited. Never worry about data again.
Watch The Truth of God with Pastor Gino Jennings of the First Church of Our Lord Jesus Christ every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. exclusively on Channel 5 Belize. The Truth of God with Pastor Gino Jennings every Sunday at 8 a.m. on Channel 5 Belize.
Daddy, buy me one Carol Consomme.
Carol Consomme. Carol, Mr. Sam, give me a...
You want egg? Oh, you want consomme? Carol Consomme.
Carol Consomme. The best taste and the best price. Less fat, more flavor. Carol Consomme. Available in packets for only 20 cents and a half-pound jar for only $2.75. Less fat, more flavor, more savings.
Give me a...
Carol Consomme.
Taste the savings. Love the flavor.
Available at 88 Shopping Center, Publix Supermarket, TJ Supermarket, Ming Superstore, Sugar City Supermarket, and you can also find it at your favorite supermarkets near you.
Get your paint projects lined up for Universal Hardware's Easy Care Buy One, Get One Free paint sale. That's correct. If you buy 10 buckets of paint, you get 10 buckets of paint free. Wondering what colors you can get at Universal Hardware? You can choose over 2,000 colors of Easy Care premium paint to brighten up any corner of your home. Handcrafted in the USA, every gallon of Easy Care premium paint provides the smooth application, vibrant color, and impeccable finish, all guaranteed for a lifetime. The Easy Care Buy One, Get One premium paint sale begins Friday, November 24th and ends Saturday, December 2nd, 2023 at Universal Hardware, Tetamall Boulevard, Belize City, and Center Avenue, Spanish Lookout. We are your solutions provider.
Gimme 5! The biggest giveaway show of the year is back with new prizes and surprises. The fun starts at 8 p.m. on Monday, December 4th, and ends on Friday, December 8th. Gimme 5 coupons are now available for 25 cents each on our Channel 5 website and at our studio on Coney Drive in Belize City. Fill out your coupons and return them to our Channel 5 office. Remember to tune in at 8 p.m. every night from December 4th to the 8th for awesome entertainment, giveaways, and lots of prizes. And don't forget, when your phone rings, don't say,
hello.
Say,
give me 5! Yeah!
Good evening and welcome to News 5 Live for Friday, November 24th. I am Sabrina Daly. The claim brought by the People's United Party involving an address used by the leader of the opposition as his place of residence has been dismissed by the lower courts. This afternoon, Chief Magistrate Jayane Wegodapola rendered a decision on the matter that was lodged before her regarding Shine Barrow's 80 King Street address. While the Elections and Boundaries Department approved the use of the location when Barrow applied to be registered as a voter in Mesopotamia, the PUP argued that he does not live in the constituency. Several witnesses appeared before the Chief Magistrate on behalf of the People's United Party. They, however, failed to prove that the UDP area representative does not reside at the address in question. So, was it all just a failed political witch hunt, or was it a legitimate claim that was brought before the court? And how difficult would it have been for the PUP to prove its case? Following the dismissal, attorney Richard Dickey Bradley, who represents Barrow, spoke with reporters.
It was not simple. The consequences could have been devastating because none other than the Constitution of Belize is very clear that a person who has committed an election offense cannot remain or cannot enter the hallowed halls of the House of Representatives. What has transpired in this matter is that two former political personalities in the small constituency of Mesopotamia in Belize City had initially raised objections, which they are entitled to do. As the Chief Magistrate read just now, the law is that so long as you are a voter in any constituency and another person is seeking to get on the roll or is on the roll, you can raise an objection, providing it is done within the time frame of the law. So there was an initial objection when the transfer list was published. That objection was clearly abandoned. The learned Chief Magistrate, as revising officer, waited practically the whole of that particular day, and no one showed or sent any message as to why they would have been absent. Come the annual voters list, referred to in the law as the rolls, which has to be completed by the 25th day of November in each year. The Chief Magistrate of Belize is the revising officer, and so this matter only popped up in the month of November. The proper formalities was done by the same two previous objectors in late October, in time to catch the date in November when an objection is to be lodged.
In convening an ad hoc press brief following the decision, opposition leader Shine Barrow told reporters that the entire exercise was a waste of the court's time. He also suggested that a complaint for malicious objection be filed against the witnesses who appeared on behalf of the People's United Party.
I'm very disappointed that we even got this far. I was shocked when the chief magistrate even allowed this process to get this far. I respect her wisdom in wanting to, I guess, exhaust, every avenue, so that no one could complain that they didn't get their due process to object. But in the same vein, my hope is that the Election and Boundaries will file a complaint under Section 28 against Gary Ayuso and Derl Vaughan for malicious objection, because there is no way that they don't know that I have been renting in Mesopotamia for the last 10 years. Before I was even a standard bearer, I had interest in Mesopotamia. And when I had my resource center, I had that residence. But due to becoming party leader and wanting to consolidate my expenditures, I just repurposed it to serve a duality. Right? So this idea, they lied to the magistrate and told the magistrate that nobody is ever there, the place is abandoned, the place is locked up, all kinds of foolishness. It was truly a waste of the court's time.
But what about the existing law, which falls within the Representation of the People's Act and the need for that piece of legislation to be revised? It's a point that attorneys on either side of the matter agree to. However, until the law is amended, its language remains clear-cut.
The law is very clear, and both counsels in this matter had said to the learned chief magistrate in the course of submissions that it is clear that there is need to improve upon the law, but the law is the law until it is changed. And that law is really pretty straightforward. You can't get more simpler than that. And whichever politician or politicians agreed to Section 5, subsection 1, that all you have to do is say, I am residing in the division for 2 months prior to when you apply to be put on the voters list. That is all there is. They were attacking after July of 2023, and the chief magistrate in her 3-page written decision just now went into the details of the objectors, that she said the questions we had put to them. When you pass the man house, Kawana and they say he go morning, noon, evening and night. So when you pass, and he said, well, it was in August, after the man had already resided there. The chief magistrate of Belize focused her legal attention to what the law requires. The law requires that when you go in to apply to be put on the voters list, you must have resided a minimum of 2 months in that area. And she went to each of the objectors, the 3 objectors, and that none of them had in fact come close to unearthing that matter.
As we reported on Thursday, the United Democratic Party chided the Briceño administration following comments made in the media while the matter was still before the court. When we caught up with Prime Minister Briceño and PUP Chairman Henry Charles Usher earlier this week, they both opined on a case that was, in principle, still a live issue.
They had the Secretary General in court. They had the Deputy Secretary General, the gentleman, Mr. Montejo, who was on the Elections and Boundaries Redistricting Task Force. They had all the PUP executives, and mind you, the party chairman is the Minister of Public Service and Elections, commenting on the case, talking about, I have to answer. It is his public officer that they are attacking. And people are not even realizing that it is not Shine Barrow, leader of opposition, that is being objected to. It is the registering officer, who is a public officer, who decided that I should be on the voters list because I met the requirement according to the law. And so I am grateful that the magistrate, the chief magistrate, in her wisdom, saw through this political witch hunt, this political charade, and saw that according to the laws of our country, I met the requirements to be put on the voters list, and the registering officer did nothing wrong. I was not before the court. If the magistrate would have ruled that I did not meet the requirements to transfer into Mesopotamia, you know what would have happened? I would have gone back to the civil aviation address on Seashore Drive, which I have not lived for like 4 years, where I'm currently registered. It is the election and boundaries chief officer or one of their executives that would have to file a complaint against me personally to say that I committed any type of election offense, and that is not their position.
Coming up, People's Constitution Commission holds youth rally. We'll have more details when we come back.
Hello, friends. This is Dr. Bob Roberts with another 60-second sermon from God's Word. The Bible says, "Now unto him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us." I have discovered that when I pray, I do not always get what I ask for, but when I reflect back upon the answer, I discover I receive more than I ask for. An unknown author has expressed what I am trying to say in the following way. He said, "I asked for health that I might do greater things. I was given infirmity that I might do better things. I asked God for strength that I might achieve. I was made weak that I might learn to obey. I asked for riches that I might be happy. I was given poverty that I might be wise. I asked for power and the praise of men. I was given weakness to sense my need of God. I asked for all things that I might enjoy life. I was given life that I might enjoy all things. I got nothing I asked for, but everything I hoped for. In spite of myself, my prayers were answered. I am among all men most richly blessed." Yes, God always gives us what's best for us. Today's 60-second sermon has been presented by Dr. Bob Roberts and Christian Foundations of Faith.
We continue to celebrate diversity and embrace our vibrant cultural heritage. Happy Garifuna Settlement Day from BEL. Gundala Hafedo Garina Guhamage Belize Electricity Limited.
Welcome to City Pulse by your Belize City Council. Join us on an exciting journey through the heart of Belize City, where we showcase the transformative initiatives shaping our resilient community. Our commitment to the people is unwavering, and our city's progress is built on solid foundations. At the beginning of this year, we pledged to rehabilitate 90 streets. Proudly, we've completed 71 streets, or 36,431 linear feet, which accounts for an impressive 78% of our commitment. The Council has made significant progress. Among these, 23 have been concreted, 26 have undergone rehabilitation using the chip and seal method, and an additional 22 streets have been further enhanced, being filled or topped up with materials such as hardcore or all-in, demonstrating our commitment to improving our city's infrastructure. But we're not stopping there. We've identified 41 more streets that need our attention. We are projected to meet 100% of our 90-street commitment 2 months ahead of schedule, accounting for an unprecedented 54,829 plus linear feet of road rehabilitation completed within the last 10 months. This transformation is fueled by a $6.9 million budget allocation, with 59% coming from municipal papers, 41% from the Council's operations, and support from our valued partners. Stay connected with City Pulse and witness the journey of a brighter, more connected Belize City. We're committed to your future. This People's United Party City Council is always about the people.
Hear me now, Amber. Top of the line. Diamond Rolex watch. Mansion up on the hilltop, car we top of the line. Range in the garage next to the Benz with the drop top, car we top of the line. Alexander McQueen, camouflage. Top of the line. Make them know so we top of the line. Okay. Yo, Biggie.
Apply now for an undergraduate degree in animation, film or journalism at the Caribbean School of Media and Communication at the University of the West Indies, Mona. For more information, visit www.mona.uwi.edu/apply.
My Social Security Self-Service Portal, Employer Transactions Unpacked. Employers and self-employed persons, an enhanced contribution payment system that manages all your employer information is here. Employers and self-employed persons will have access to view all transactions and statements, and the option to always know your owing balance using your employer number. Payments will be automated and applied to your account balance in a new way. Here are 2 scenarios to highlight how payments will be distributed. Employers with outstanding funds owed to SSB, payments will be applied to the outstanding arrears, fees, and interest, and the balance, if any, will be applied to the statements submitted. Employers without any outstanding funds owed to SSB, payments will be applied to the statements submitted. The technological enhancements you are waiting for are here. My Social Security Self-Service Portal. Social Security at your fingertips.
Last night, we told you about objections from the Board of Directors of Travelers Liquors Limited and Cuello's Distillery regarding a proposed $9 million loan from the Social Security Board for the construction of a rum distillery in the north. Those funds taken from contributions paid in by workers would be used to finance a business venture by Waldir and Orlando Cuello. Today, the United Democratic Party has chimed in on the issue, calling for the immediate resignation of the existing board of directors at SSB. A statement issued by the opposition this evening reads, quote, "The investment committee continues to greenlight questionable and risky loans that no commercial bank would even entertain. The more than $9 million loan to Belize Premium Spirits and Liquors Limited is just the latest in a series of proposals that should have been dead on arrival." As the formal objectors, Travelers Liquors and Cuello's Distillery, pointed out, the prospects of success for a 5th distillery in Little Belize is extremely low, even more so since Premium Spirits and Liquors will be the subject of lawsuits for breach of trade secrets protections and other trade violations. This committee repeatedly puts the Social Security funds of Belizean workers at risk by not exercising due diligence when presented with get-rich-quick pitches. End quote. Today, the Belize Civic Center was buzzing with students from various secondary schools who engaged in a youth rally. The event was the first ever that was organized by the People's Constitution Commission that was formed a year ago. In tandem with its mission of inclusivity, the event was held with the theme Participate, Write Your Constitution. News 5's Marian Ali was at the event and filed the following report.
Recognize the Leader of Government Business, Honorable Senator Eamon Courtney.
I rise to take charge of the following.
The stage performances at today's youth rally might appear to be for the purpose of entertainment, but what came out of the event was what the People's Constitution Commission envisioned when it was installed a year ago: inclusivity of all sectors of society in its review of the Belize Constitution as mandated by the National Assembly. Chairman of the Commission, Anthony Chanona, says that the concept of involving the youths had everything to do with the age of our population.
Over 62% of our country, the population of our country, is 42 years and younger. And statistics has also shown us that 98% of the people of Belize are not aware of the Constitution. And so the PCC felt as a body that the place to start would be education. An empowered nation is one that is able to read and understand how we are governed. And we felt that because we have a stakeholder in the church-state system, the most captive audience to get this message of awareness, what we're doing and what is the importance of the Constitution, would be a partnership with the Council of Churches. And so that is the genesis of this. The idea is to build awareness in our young people on the role of the Constitution.
Youth from several high schools participated in today's rally. Principals of St. Catherine Academy, Salome Tillit, and Pedro Reyes from King's College agreed that it is time that youths are included in the process.
The young people are the leaders. They are the ones that will be running this country, and they don't get many opportunities to hear anything about the Constitution, and they certainly don't hear about it from other young people. So we wanted to give them those opportunities today.
What stood out from the presentations that you've heard so far?
I like the information. I was really impressed with the depth of the research that the students did, so that they incorporated constitutional facts in their presentation.
We are very proud of our students. They did a magnificent job, and I think the students, as I said, are really excited and motivated to be advocates of protecting the environment, which is the focus of our presentation.
Chairman Chanona says one of the goals of the youth's participation is to reintroduce the Constitution into the educational system.
And I feel that that is a great building block. What needs to follow this, Marion, is we need to put back the Constitution as part of the curriculum, the education curriculum. That's where this is leading. And it's not that the students are failing us, it's the institution that has failed to put this curriculum where it belongs. Events like what is happening today is empowering the parents, because all these students have parents, and the parents becoming aware and watching their students perform builds awareness.
In January, the Commission will begin to review the questions and concerns it has received from the public over the past several months before it holds another round of public consultations. Reporting for News 5, I'm Marion Ali.
Earlier this week, head of the Good Governance Unit, Cesar Ross, told the media that, as one of the leaders of the commission, he observed that there was poor turnout by the public in some areas of the country, where they have held public consultations. Chairman of the commission, Anthony Chanona, told us that while the physical turnout in some areas was poor, thousands turned in online and sent in their questions and concerns. He said that the real work will begin next year when the Commission puts together those volume of questions and concerns to present as part of a report to the government.
Next year is the critical work of this Commission. This is where the rubber hits the road, because all 2,000-3,000 questions and responses that we have, that we've harvested from across this country and the diaspora. Remember, we're also talking to people in the diaspora. Belizeans who love their country just as much as we do have a voice. All those questions now need to go on a table and into thematic committees. That is when the work of the Commission truly begins. Next year, January to March, and then going forward into public consultation. And why we say we need time? Because your Constitution and amending or repealing any aspect of it should not be a hurried exercise. This is a document that's not sacrosanct in the sense that it can't be changed, but it must truly be reflective of what the people want. And we can't rush in and say, okay, we had a consultation, we asked you what you wanted, and we're going to now interpret what you said. We want to go back to the people and said, in January to December, you told us this is what you wanted about education or check and balances or out of office, whatever you were telling us. We have met as a committee. These are the recommendations. Do you agree that what we are recommending is what you said? We have to go back to the people with that. We can't give the Prime Minister a report that has not yet been tested in the public space.
Chanona told News 5 that they faced a few challenges since the Commission held its first meeting a year ago. He explained that getting the representatives of all 23 sectors in sync with the work before them was the first challenge. He also gave us a synopsis of how the work has progressed over that time, as well as an outlook of how it will proceed into 2024. Chanona indicated that he decided to have the commission do closed-door work from January to March so that they are not sharing space with electioneering events.
Putting together 23 organizations was the first challenge. How do you manage 23 organizations? Remember, the first commission was 14, of diverse cultures, ethnicities, personalities. So we had to kind of find a way to know each other, meet and greet. Secondly, not because we are appointed to a commission means we are constitutional experts. You know, I would be the first to admit, I didn't have any in-depth knowledge of the Constitution, and I'm still learning. So phase one of our work, which was basically January to June, was orientation on constitutional matters, getting experts to come in local. We want to keep it homegrown, but also to look at other jurisdictions. Phase two is June to December, ending 15th December. Public outreach, awareness, events like these. Phase three will begin next year, when January to March, we will look at the voices of the people, which was harvested in June to December. How do those voices, concerns fit into thematic areas of the Constitution? So we will not be in the public space. We will be in virtual meetings, in closed-door sessions as a commission, listening, putting on the board, on the table, all the concerns of the people, and drafting up recommendations. How did the issue of my right to an education fit into the Constitution? How does that area of the concern of my environment, the elderly, the discrimination issues, marginalized groups. Then in April, going beyond, we will then come back with public consultation. So the commission will be meeting and we'll be deciding, can we do this work and finish it by May, or do we need more time?
After the break, BTL claims stellar performance for 2022 to 2023 fiscal year. But first, here's a weather update with data from the Belize Met Service.
Yes, I give her 50 times ending, now me have to pay.
Where you going, bruh? The who they stress you out again, Namule?
Boy, I don't believe I the fool again.
Again?
But I mess up this time for real. You really want to?
Yes. I want, yeah.
Can't make it a big deal.
We know what that.
I know how you going now.
Oh, man.
You really want to?
Yeah.
Take my plan, and I give her. I take my plan and put it in a name.
In a name? Wait, so tell me something. You still pay for this plan?
Yeah. But hear this.
This plan, I can't left this plan. Smart Belize. This plan, I can't left this plan, yeah. This plan, I can't left this plan. Postpaid plan. This plan, I can't left this plan. With Smart Belize, it's unlimited data. Smart Choice plan can light up your day. Postpaid with eSIM, make everything better. Just visit Smart Showrooms today. Boom! I can't left this plan. 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 Affordable for everyone. I can't left this plan. The postpaid plan, cause the data really strong. You know why? Listen, hey, for the best post and prepaid. You know that Smart got you back.
My bad. Wrong commercial.
She could left me for another man. man for true. But once I have my plan, once I have my Smart Plus plan, I no worry cause the data strong. I know when the bleed, that's all I need. And you could tell me where you are, but I know I left this plan. Smart have the best services. We post your plan have everything, so you could talk and text unlimited. Come set up your group. We got share plan 1 and 2. Up to 10 friends can connect anywhere. Boom! I can't left this plan. I can't left this plan. The postpaid plan, cause the data really strong. Don't dig it down, 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 don't dig it. Smart, bringing people together.
Taking its name from the venerable father of the nation, the George Price Highway stretches 77 miles from Belize City to Benqueviejo. Originally built in the 1930s, this cross-country highway system is the artery that links Belize to Central America at the western border with Guatemala. That connection facilitates overland trade, supporting Belize's economic development. Winding its way across the scenic countryside, the George Price Highway from Roaring Creek to Esperanza has been fully reconstructed to meet international standards, with particular emphasis on road safety. A shorter and hassle-free commute is best enjoyed when everyone obeys the traffic laws. To reduce the number and frequency of road traffic accidents, it means that a seatbelt must be worn at all times and the speed limit observed when traveling along the highway. It also means that pedestrians must use sidewalks and crosswalks where available. Buses should only board and discharge passengers at a designated bus stop. Road safety is everyone's responsibility. It begins with you.
With the steady increase in prices, it's hard to hold on to your hard-earned cash. Well, here at Benny's, prices are steadily falling, making it easier to stretch your dollars. Prices are slashed on electrical products, LED lights, plywood, metal and fiberglass pressure tanks, flash bands, and wheelbarrows. Yes, we have the cheapest in town. And with X massive season going on right now, get store-wide discounts on select products from now through December 31st. Visit a Benny's store near you today, where the prices just keep on falling. Benny's, quality and savings.
Belize Telemedia Limited held its 17th annual general meeting today in Belize City. BTL's board of directors and management presented the company's annual report for 2022 to 2023 under the theme Leading Belize's Digital Transformation. Branded as Digi, BTL made remarkable progress, according to the chairman of the board of directors, Mark Lizarraga. He says that BTL is now offering services to over 50 additional areas. Lizarraga says that BTL deployed 18 new mobile cell sites, resulting in an expanded reach to over 23,000 residents, particularly in rural and underserved communities. In 2022, when Hurricane Lisa hit Belize, BTL's infrastructure was put to the test. The chairman says that the company's infrastructure proved to be resilient, with only minor damage to the fiber network. Lizarraga says that BTL has a stellar year.
I think BTL continues to perform better than expected. I mean, we have been meeting our targets. The board has challenged management on a 5-year plan, and management has been meeting those projected numbers, thankfully. We have pursued aggressively cost-cutting exercises, and we have continued to deliver bundles and packages that the public have accepted and appreciated. So that has been basically our strategy over the last couple of years, and I think that the improved returns speak to that. I think consumers have already been seeing a lot of benefits. We believe in giving value to our subscribers, and that is why we are successful. And the packages and bundles that we continue to offer gives our customers and consumers tremendous value. So it speaks for itself, no? History can show that the returns, and I think here, you know, our finance people can give you those precise numbers, but we've made significant improvements. Our return on equity has improved, hit the targets. We've set a 5-year, when we came in, we set a 5-year projection where we said we would go from 8 to 12% return on equity over the next 5 years. We've hit our first target, which was 8%. We've hit our second target, which is 9%, and we're on track to hit our next target, which is 10% for next year. So we're focused on giving value to our shareholders and having that shareholder confidence that we can give them a fair return on their investments.
BTL's Chief Executive Officer, Ivan Tesakum, says that the company made $150 million in revenue with $21.6 million in profits. Tesakum highlighted the company's achievements, including a significant 54% increase in dividends, now at 20 cents per share compared to last year's 13 cents per share. He attributed this success to a strategic focus on execution, cost efficiencies, and revenue growth.
This year we are proud to say that we have increased the dividend by 54%. We're paying 20 cents per share. Last year we paid only 13 cents per share, so that's an increase of 54%. So certainly the company has done very well this year. And as we said, it's a very stellar performance. You know, we've focused on execution, on driving cost efficiencies, while it's also driving revenues. In terms of revenues, we saw that we increased to 152 million from 141 million. And in terms of bottom line, we also increased it by 35% to 21.6 from 16.1 last year. So the company has done very well. We have also expanded to many new areas. So we had 18 new mobile sites and 14 fiber to the home sites. So one of the things that we continue to realize is that, you know, connectivity is required for everything. In this connected world, you know, you need to be connected, whether it's for business, whether it's for entertainment, you know, whether it's for health, you know, or just connecting to a loved one. We know what connectivity is driving us, and that's something that we are committed to at Digi or National Telecom. So we've continued to focus on that, and that has yielded results. The other big thing for us that we were able to launch this year was the DigiOne. We're the only quad play player in Belize. What does that mean? That means that we offer telephone, mobile, internet, and also TV over what we call the over-the-top. So certainly we're very proud of that product. And lastly, we also have our product called DigiWallet. It is the only mobile payment platform in the country of Belize. And so that now continues to grow.
Regarding the transition of various government departments and ministries from BTL to Smart's telephone service, Chairman Mark Lizarraga assured that the loss of these accounts has not significantly impacted the company's overall performance. Lizarraga views this shift as an opportunity for BTL to enhance its competitiveness.
We have lost, I believe, a couple of accounts. Not substantial. And what it has done, it has forced us to focus on being competitive, which is healthy. And we have focused on putting bundles together that are attractive for people. Our revenues have increased, as a matter of fact. We do continue to do a lot of business with the government of Belize. As a matter of fact, they might be one of our largest customers. But as individual ministries have been tasked as well to save money in their own ministries, we have to compete. So that is the reality. And we have been competing, I must say. So we've lost minimal business.
Digi became the first mobile operator to introduce the eSIMs to the local market. For the next fiscal year, BTL is looking toward artificial intelligence. It says that AI is another major trend in 2023, as it can detect network issues, perform self-repairs, and safeguard networks from fraudulent activities. Board Chairman Mark Lizarraga says the company is also preparing to offer fifth-generation 5G service.
The new equipment that has been purchased, or that we're purchasing, we continue to expand and upgrade. And as we seek to improve better coverage, the new equipment that we're getting in can cover from 2G to 5G. In other words, what the manufacturers have done, instead of having a separate antenna for 2G, separate antenna for 3G, separate antenna for 4G, LTE, and 5G, they've compacted and put all of that capacity into one antenna, because you'll have unlimited space on the antenna. So now our equipment that we're ordering has the capacity to go from 2G to 5G.
Two members of BTL's board of directors, businessman Michael Bowen and attorney Denise Courtney, have chosen to step down from their roles with the company. Chairman Mark Lizarraga explained that directors are appointed by shareholders and have the discretion to leave when they feel they have made their desired contributions. Both Bowen and Courtney cited personal business commitments as reasons for their departure. Lizarraga says that both Bowen and Courtney have been replaced.
They were directors, and directors are appointed by the shareholders, and directors can decide to leave when they have contributed as much as they want to contribute. I mean, I believe both individuals claim to be very busy in their own personal business. It was nothing, no. We certainly appreciate the impact that they had when they were at the board. They contributed significantly, but the company is doing well.
Who replaced them?
The majority shareholder has appointed Director Narda Garcia, who is the CEO in the Ministry of Finance, as one director, and Director Arturo Vasquez as the second director.
There were also some rumblings, I'd say, in relation to the relationship between management and staff, that they weren't being appreciated fully. Has that been turned around or addressed?
I don't know where that comes from, really. I mean, you'll always have people that are affected when you start to press for accountability and when you start to press for efficiency. But I think overall, we have a very good relationship with our employees. We have quarterly town hall meetings where everyone from the company can participate in questioning and interacting with the chairman and senior staff of BTL, and we listen to their concerns and we give full merit to their concerns. But we all have to perform. We all have to increase our productivity. We all have to deliver, and we have targets to meet. And I think our results show that we have overwhelmingly the full support of our staff. We have a very good relationship with the unions. And we're on track. I think people realize that for us to do well, it means that they will do well, that the company has to do well for everybody to have that security that they need and deserve.
When we return, literary icon Glenn Tillett passes at age 61.
For 40 years, Brothers Habit has been providing trust, quality, and unmatched customer service. And for our big 40th birthday sale, we're celebrating with amazing deals like 15% off all decorative paints, 15% off on all power tools from leading brands like Stanley, Black & Decker, DeWalt, and more, 20% off Pisaforte and Ascot tiles, and Mapei Fin set for only $19. And don't miss out on our yard clearance for great deals every day. Come celebrate with us and save big at the Brothers Habit's big 40th birthday sale all November long.
Smart introduces Real Unlimited Postpaid Plans, providing customers with unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data. Now that's a real great deal. With Smart Plus, Share 1 and 2, and Enterprise 1 and 2 plans, you can talk as much as you want, text as much as you want, and for the first time ever in Belize, you can enjoy unlimited data with your postpaid plan. So come in and sign up for an unlimited postpaid plan and enjoy limitless possibilities. In addition, other plans such as the Flex Junior, Choice, and Select have been boosted with a lot more talk, text, and data, providing you with the best value for your budget. Be unlimited with Smart. It's time to power your dollar with Smart.
We continue to celebrate diversity and embrace our vibrant cultural heritage. Happy Garifuna Settlement Day from BEL. Gundala Hafedo Garina Guhamage Belize Electricity Limited.
Gimme 5! The biggest giveaway show of the year is back with new prizes and surprises. The fun starts at 8 p.m. on Monday, December 4th, and ends on Friday, December 8th. Gimme 5 coupons are now available for 25 cents each on our Channel 5 website and at our studio on Coney Drive in Belize City. Fill out your coupons and return them to our Channel 5 office. Remember to tune in at 8 p.m. every night from December 4th to the 8th for awesome entertainment, giveaways, and lots of prizes. And don't forget, when your phone rings, don't say, "Hello." Say, "Give me 5! Yeah!
Welcome to Climate Week, where we unite under the banner of climate action, one goal, a shared responsibility. In a world where the climate crisis knows no borders, we're here to emphasize that saving our planet is not an individual journey, but a collective mission.
We the athletes hold the torch of hope for a sustainable future. It's our planet, our future, and our responsibility to take action now.
Businesses are committed to reduce our carbon footprint. We believe in sustainable practices to protect our development.
As educators, we represent the heart of our communities. Together, we can make a difference by educating our nation towards a sustainable future.
The media plays a critical role in bringing to you those stories that highlight Belize's transition to renewable energy and sustainable practices.
In the journey to combat climate change, we have one goal: to preserve our planet for future generations. It's a shared responsibility that requires the collective effort of all. Let's rise above our differences, lift our ambitions, and work together. Because when we work together and unite for climate action, we can achieve the impossible. Join us in making this world a better place for everyone. Together, we can make the difference.
Please protect our environment.
Sonny Cayetano, Marian Ali, Paul Lopez. Your News 5 Belize teams do whatever it takes. Go wherever they need to go, so you can catch the story wherever you are, whenever you want, on whatever device. Channel 5 Belize on television, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Because news is now everywhere, all the time. And so are we.
My Social Security Self-Service Portal, Employer Transactions Unpacked, Employers and Self-Employed Persons, an enhanced contribution payment system that manages all your employer information is here. Employers and self-employed persons will have access to view all transactions and statements, and the option to always know your owing balance using your employer number. Payments will be automated and applied to your account balance in a new way. Here are two scenarios to highlight how payments will be distributed. Employers with outstanding funds owed to SSB, payments will be applied to the outstanding arrears, fees, and interest, and the balance, if any, will be applied to the statements submitted. Employers without any outstanding funds owed to SSB, payments will be applied to the statements submitted. The technological enhancements you are waiting for are here. My Social Security Self-Service Portal. Social Security at your fingertips.
Taking its name from the venerable father of the nation, the George Price Highway stretches 77 miles from Belize City to Benque Viejo. Originally built in the 1930s, this cross-country highway system is the artery that links Belize to Central America at the western border with Guatemala. That connection facilitates overland trade, supporting Belize's economic development. Winding its way across the scenic countryside, the George Price Highway from Roaring Creek to Esperanza has been fully reconstructed to meet international standards, with particular emphasis on road safety. A shorter and hassle-free commute is best enjoyed when everyone obeys the traffic laws. To reduce the number and frequency of road traffic accidents, it means that a seatbelt must be worn at all times and the speed limit observed when traveling along the highway. It also means that pedestrians must use sidewalks and crosswalks where available. Buses should only board and discharge passengers at a designated bus stop. Road safety is everyone's responsibility. It begins with you.
Apply now for an undergraduate degree in animation, film, or journalism at the Caribbean School of Media and Communication at the University of the West Indies, Mona. For more information, visit www.mona.uwi.edu/apply.
Daddy, buy me one Carol Consomme.
Carol Consomme. Carol, Mr. Sam, give me a...
You want egg? Oh, you want consomme? Carol Consomme.
Carol Consomme. The best taste and the best price. Less fat, more flavor. Carol Consomme. Available in packets for only 20 cents and a half-pound jar for only $2.75. Less fat, more flavor, more savings.
Give me a...
Carol Consomme.
Taste the savings. Love the flavor.
Available at 88 Shopping Center, Publix Supermarket, TJ Supermarket, Ming Superstore, Sugar City Supermarket, and you can also find it at your favorite supermarkets near you.
A literary icon and activist, Glenn Tillett, passed away on Thursday at the intensive care unit at the KHMH. Born in Monkey River, Tillett spent some of his childhood in the Pomona Valley. But he came to national and international prominence for his masterful ability to write and through his popular column Between These Lines. Today, News 5's Marian Ali takes a glimpse at the life of the 61-year-old Glenn Tillett.
I thought it was a death sentence. I thought it was frightening, horrifying, because I knew that dialysis, while available, was not very accessible because it was expensive. The cost at that time was well over $1,000 per week. The first realization I had to come to was accept that my life had totally changed, that I had to make the accommodation and accept that I had to have dialysis every few days simply to remain alive.
Glenn Tillett, a popular Belizean columnist, editor, and activist, did not hide his personal struggles with renal failure. In fact, he shared as much of it in public spaces and on social media to educate the community of the effects of the disease. His sister, Carla Tillett, and his nephew, Tylon Tillett, told us that Glenn's struggles made the family become aware of what the disease is and the care that people need who suffer from renal failure.
We didn't know anything about what dialysis is all about, but through Glenn we found out, but what we learned more about dialysis was the struggles he had with the system that he had to work in, that he had to be in to be able to get dialysis, maintain a certain quality of living, and the high costs, some of the obstacles, some of the freedom that we take for granted, where food and drink is concerned.
Glenn, being the public persona that he is, made the Belizean society aware of what are some of the challenges facing dialysis patients throughout the nation. I think at one point he even talked about the quality of care that is distributed across between the different agencies that does dialysis in Belize. Myself being a part of the KHMH, we had various discussions about the quality of dialysis service that KHMH offers.
Tillett first began to draw a steady audience to his column in the Amandala newspaper called Between These Lines. It was a title he would take with him more recently to Facebook, touching on issues of national concern in a comprehensive and eloquent way as only he could. Glenn's media colleague, Evan Mosehide, put into perspective the kind of writer Glenn was.
He was really the Swiss Army knife of personalities that we had. And so while he may have been the editor of the newspaper, it has to be pointed out that he was also very involved in our endeavors with sports. In fact, he was for a time the general manager of our championship winning Raiders basketball team. he was not a one-cylinder guy. Yes, he was a great writer, but I think his writing was made even better because he was plugged into so many different things. First of all, it was must read. When that started in the newspaper, that's must read. So you did the editorial, you did the publisher, and between his lines from Glenn Tillett was must read.
When Tillett left the Amandala in the late 1990s, he became a political advisor. Former Belize City Mayor and Minister of Government Joe Coye relived those memories when Glenn was his right hand.
I decided to make my debut in municipal electoral politics, and that was in the year 1989. And it was on that campaign trail I first met him. One of the distinguishing things about that relationship was that when I met him, he was an activist for the UDP. And here I was a candidate for the PUP. But there's one thing I learned from that first period of our meeting is that there are times if we only could sit around and talk with each other, we will come to accept that we have more in common that could bind us than the differences that divide us. And that's one of the things I remember Glenn for always. He was my closest confidant and my advisor. We won the elections, and Glenn went on with me into national politics. At least he walked with me all those years that Glenn must live on, and he must live on through us. That is what I would like to see for him.
Carla Tillett said the ICU staff at the KHMH did their best to give her brother the best possible care, for which she is forever grateful.
I need to commend them. The fact that they have to provide care to these patients round the clock and still have to meet the families and be able to speak to the families in regards to all our questions and our cares and concerns. They are an amazing group of people. And we need to make that the country aware that they have an amazing staff there.
Reporting for News 5, I'm Marion Ali.
Today in Belmopan, a ceremony marked the launch of the 16 Days of Activism Against Gender-Based Violence. Spanning from November 25th, the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women, to December 10th, Human Rights Day, this period underscores a global commitment to combating gender-based violence. Today's event commenced with Ian King, the Deputy Resident Representative of the United Nations Development Program, UNDP, highlighting the gravity of violence against women and girls. He described it as one of the most prevalent and pervasive human rights violations, emphasizing how this issue disrupts peace and stability in families and communities. The Minister of State at the Ministry of Human Development, Elvia Vega Samos, noted that the 16 Days of Activism was launched 32 years ago by the Center for Women's Global Leadership. Belmopan Mayor Sharon Palacio shared her reflections on the challenges of embracing change, challenging the status quo, and speaking out against injustice.
Violence against women and girls is one of the most prevalent and pervasive human rights violations, disrupting peace and stability within families and communities, impacting healthcare, education, social protection, justice, productivity, and essentially limiting human and economic development. The Unite to End Violence Against Women initiative was launched by the UN Secretary General in 2008 and is a multi-year effort to prevent and eliminate violence against women and girls around the world.
As we read our theme, from activism to action, it ends with me. We challenge ourselves to become informed, get involved, demand more, stand up and speak out. The 16 Days of Activism was launched 32 years ago by the Center for Women's Global Leadership. It's a global call to action, recognizing that gender-based violence against women is a fundamental violation of human rights.
We have gotten used to being comfortable in the status quo. We are afraid of change. We are afraid to challenge. We are afraid to speak. We worry what others may think. The time have come for us to embrace a better world, a fairer world, a peaceful world with equal access to the wealth on earth. We have been told to pull ourselves by our bootstraps when we have no boots. We cannot continue to take this as motivation when we all know that it is duplicated. In Creole, we say two-faced and double standards. They say what is good for the goose is good for the gander. And this we must demand. I sincerely and wholeheartedly agree that by creating any awareness against gender-based violence is a great opportunity to introspect and project our vision for a higher quality of life.
Up next in this week's edition of The Bright Side, a determined young man pursuing his aspirations.
Hi, my name is Deja Janessa Scholl. I am in Standard 4 at Maimopan Primary School in the Stan Creek District. Personal accountability forms the foundation of a responsible and safe community. Responsibility is equally important in cultivating safe values and attitudes. By fostering a sense of unity and teamwork, we can build a strong relationship and create a supportive environment where everyone feels valued and protected. I am glad I can help my school with some funds because I know that my school needs things to improve our school facilities.
This cash prize will be used for the proper electrification of 2 buildings. Thank you to VAL from the staff, the students, the parents of Maimopan Government School. We are grateful for this assistance.
Thank you, BEL, for hosting this competition and giving us the students the opportunity to improve our writing skills.
Smart introduces Real Unlimited Postpaid Plans, providing customers with unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data. Now that's a real great deal. With Smart Plus, Share 1 and 2, and Enterprise 1 and 2 plans, you can talk as much as you want, text as much as you want, and for the first time ever in Belize, you can enjoy unlimited data with your postpaid plan. So come in and sign up for an unlimited postpaid plan and enjoy limitless possibilities. In addition, other plans such as the Flex Junior, Choice, and Select have been boosted with a lot more talk, text, and data, providing you with the best value for your budget. Be unlimited with Smart. It's time to power your dollar with Smart.
In this week's edition of The Bright Side, we shine a spotlight on the inspiring story of Aspinall Welch, a determined young man who, despite facing the challenges of navigating life in a wheelchair, is actively pursuing his aspirations. Aspinall is a dedicated craftsman, making rosaries by hand at a Catholic church in Belize City. Tonight's feature not only showcases his commitment to his craft, but also his resilience in overcoming physical constraints. Here's that story. "33-year-old Aspinall Welch is wheeling himself out of his home and starting his journey to work. This is a weekly endeavor where he makes his way to Buttonwood Bay. His destination is Divine Mercy Church. In a building at the back, Aspinall situates himself to start his day.
I'm Aspinall and I make rosary for a living.
Welch stumbled upon his vocation 3 months ago when he met a priest at a fruit stall in his neighborhood.
I never have no finance in the sense for like pay my rent or stuff, so I'm in the shop wrong and I'm like frustrated, depressed, and I'm gonna go through a lot, right? And I gone up the street by the fruit shop whereby I live, and I meet this priest, and I met there by the fruit shop, and he come up to me and he start talk to me, and I tell he, well, I need a job.
There's a couple things that got my attention, and it's when you start to hear the situation, you begin to realize that, okay, how is he living? It goes in the back of your mind. How can? So I just wanted to get him in the community. Really, that was my main desire. And so I said, well, why don't you just come work for a day a week? You know, that's all it is, you know, minimum wage, and you can come make rosaries. We just recently blessed, it was in October, so we just recently blessed the rosary making corner, you know, and so often when we go to visit the families or when I go to the hospital, we bring people who are looking for rosaries to pray and we share them. And so I said, well, maybe you can start praying the rosaries and we'll see what happens.
Aspinall now earns a modest salary of $40. Yet, he grapples with the daunting task of covering his weekly rent of $80. This constant struggle forces him to prioritize the roof over his head, which often results in foregoing basic needs such as food.
Despite the fact that I need food and stuff to eat, I would like put that aside because I know my rent is very important because I need a roof over my head and I can't be on the street, you know, due to my condition and stuff. It's very hard. I have to be out there hustling. Sometimes I have to be out there begging people. Sometimes I have to take even disrespect or shame, like no, like people would tell me no, but despite that, I don't make that break my courage.
Making rosaries has strengthened Aspinall's resolve, understandably so. According to Father Giuliani, the rosary represents a source of peace.
I make this rosary for me. This is my personal rosary. And this was blessed by the Father, so I can't give it away. I can't sell it. I can't do nothing with this one. This one is for my personal use, you know. It means so much to me because the Father here teaches me how to pray the rosary, and that's the step that they give me. That is my step, so I can be in here every day and try to pray the rosary. This is 1 Our Father, 3 Hail Mary, and Our Father, the mystery, then 10 Hail Mary, 1 Our Father, you know?
Through the rosaries, there's been countless numbers of miracles through the power of intercession of the rosary. It's a source of peace. People overcome from vice. You can't pray the rosary and continue sinning. If you persevere in praying the rosary, you'll overcome every sin.
For Welch, making these rosaries involve prayer and deep reflection. He looks back at the life-changing event that led him to divine intervention.
Well, I wasn't a part of a gang, but my brother was, and at the time he got shot, I went to help him, and I got shot as well, and by God, good mercy, the shooter was coming out of his vehicle to finish the job, and there was a police officer at the time on his veranda with his licensed firearm, and the shooter saw him and sped off.
That incident was 6 years ago. It has left Welch confined to a wheelchair. He shares how his life shifted from depression to peace through the connection of a rosary.
At first, I never want to come out. I never want the wrong people. I was depressed every day. I just want there alone. I just want to be in our room, locked up by myself. And now I say, you know what, I need to come out. I need for the wrong people. And from ever since I start doing that, and I start make the rosary, start praying the rosary, try and pray in the rosary, because like I told you, I'm in a learning process. From ever since I start trying to do that, I watch like positive change start happening for me.
I'm hoping that eventually, though, it'll be like a little business, that he'll be fully independent. So he won't even have that minimum daily wage, but it'll be a little business that he'll be going. And now that he's got these mellow rosaries going, it may actually happen, you know? Because they're very beautiful, right? Yeah. Even now, to beyond that, we're looking for some land over in that place, or at least someone that will be willing to give him permission to build a house on the land. We have a mission team coming in February, build a little wood house, but we just need permission to build on it.
As Welch meticulously links each bead, he weaves a string of hope, serving as a reminder that in the face of life-changing moments, one has the ability to find strength, purpose, and a profound connection to a higher calling. Looking on the bright side, I'm Sabrina Daly. And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at channel5belize.com, on our Facebook and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us. And from all of us here at News 5, have a happy and safe weekend. Good night.